Decomposition tells you what to split. Persona engineering tells you how to make each split piece behave. A system prompt is not decoration. It is the single highest leverage lever you have over a model's behavior. The same underlying model, given a different system prompt, will use different vocabulary, take different risks, refuse different requests, and format its output differently. This is because system prompts don't just add information, they narrow the probability distribution over what the model considers in character to say next. A well-engineered persona acts like a set of guardrails on a highway. The model can still reason freely within the lane, but it becomes statistically unlikely to wander outside it. In role-based multi-agent design, this is what makes a researcher agent behave differently from a critic agent, even when they're running on the identical underlying model and the identical API. Get this layer wrong, and even a perfectly decomposed task will misbehave, because the persona is what actually enforces the boundaries decomposition only defined on paper. Strong persona guardrails have a consistent structure across every mature multi-agent framework. A role, a goal, and a backstory, plus explicit boundaries on what the agent must never do. The role statement narrows vocabulary, telling an agent you are a senior financial compliance analyst, pulls the model toward formal, precise, regulation-aware language and away from casual generalizations. The goal statement narrows objective-seeking behavior. It tells the model what a good response looks like, which shapes how it self-evaluates its own draft before responding. The backstory adds grounding context that implicitly encodes expertise and tone without needing to spell out every rule explicitly. You have 12 years of experience auditing SEC filings, produces measurably more careful, hedge-appropriate language than no backstory at all. Explicit boundaries: you never fabricate a citation. You only report data present in the provided context. Are the guardrails concrete edge? Frameworks that skip explicit boundaries tend to see personas bleed into each other over long conversations, which is exactly the drift these guardrails are. One of the most validated patterns in multi-agent design is separating generation from evaluation, the creator-critic paradigm. Asking a single prompt to write this and then check your own work is structurally weak, because the same reasoning path that produced an error is now being asked to notice that error, using the same biases, the same blind spots, and often the same flawed assumptions that caused the mistake in the first place. Separating the roles fixes this in two ways. First, the critic agent gets a different persona and objective. Its entire system prompt is oriented around skepticism and verification rather than production, which measurably increases its error catch rate. Second, the critic sees the creator's output as an external artifact, not as its own reasoning trail, which removes the psychological anchoring that makes self-review weak. This separation is now considered close to mandatory in any production pipeline that touches client-facing or compliance-sensitive content. In audited industries, this separation is often a compliance requirement, not just a quality preference. Even a well-written persona can still drift on format or reasoning style, especially on edge cases. This is where few-shot in-context learning closes the gap. Instead of only describing how an agent's role should behave, you show it 2 or 3 concrete examples of an ideal input and the exact output that role should produce. This is dramatically more effective than description alone because language models are pattern completers at their core. Showing the exact JSON shape, the exact citation format, or the exact tone you want gives the model a template to pattern match against, rather than an abstract rule it has to interpret and apply correctly every time. In a critic agent, 2 examples of here's a flawed draft, and here's how I itemize its problems in a structured list, will fix inconsistent formatting far faster than another paragraph of instructions ever could. Teams that skip few-shot examples often spend weeks fighting inconsistent output that 2 or 3 well-chosen examples would have fixed in a single afternoon overall. Here's what persona engineering looks like as actual code, not just prompt text. This agent persona class is a reusable template. Every role in your team is built from name, role, goal, backstory, explicit boundaries, and a slot for few-shot examples. The to_system_prompt method assembles all of that into the exact structured system prompt we discussed. Role and goal up top, where attention is strongest, boundaries stated as hard rules, and examples placed near the end, again where attention is strongest, deliberately avoiding the lost in the middle dead zone. Notice the critic persona instantiated here. Its boundaries explicitly forbid it from rewriting content, which structurally enforces the creator-critic separation we just covered. This agent physically cannot slip into doing the writer's job. Building personas as data classes like this rather than hand-typed prompt strings scattered across your codebase, means you can version them, unit test them, and swap few-shot examples in and out without touching your orchestration logic at all. This pattern also makes A/B testing personas trivial. You